Hey there, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Cyber Tip Tuesday, which we will soon be changing to Two for Tuesday. And I will take two questions each Tuesday and answer them regarding anything that has to do with the internet. And today, though, we are going to hit on the topic of TikTok because that has been a super hot topic in the news, in social media, and I have received a lot of feedback through the posts that have been made over the last couple days. Now, let's talk about TikTok, okay? First of all, I am Mo McClanahan. I am the Director of Training and Education for Safe Surfing, and I'm also an investigator with the Christiansburg Police Department. I work internet crimes against children. Now, I work with social media apps all the time, and I've honestly have been on TikTok for over 2 years. And I've enjoyed it. I have a lot of fun with it, creating videos and watching people in some of their skits that they do. So I totally understand the heartbreak of when we start diving into the dangers and what I've learned over the last couple days and what I'd actually been researching since November of last year. Now, initially, when it first came out, there really wasn't any kind of talk about there being an issue of them buying out Musical.ly. So that's what TikTok used to be, was Musical.ly. And then, so that was several years ago. And just back in November, I was approached by several friends who asked me if there is anything dangerous about the app beyond the problems with children being on that. And when I did the research, I literally found reports that yes, some reporters were stating that there were issues because it was a Chinese company, that they were collecting data. But then I found a really great source that told the readers that it was more of a distraction. So it was the way media was pretty much feeding into the fears of the US citizens because they were distracting the citizens from what the real issue that was going on, and that was some international trade problems and trying to work through those. And so the source that I initially read was that TikTok had came back and said that there is actually a server in the US that holds all of the account holders that are from the US on that server. And that there's another server in China that served all the other user accounts, so from other countries. And that really gave me, some relief, and that I felt like I had done some research and that there was no reason to believe except that it was other media, politics playing a role of just feeding into the fears of Americans. And so I have continued to use it. My friends have continued to use it until earlier this week. I was approached by a friend of mine who had found another video, and this was more of a private sector. And this video was somebody that has a radio show, and he is into like programming and coding, and he had followed another user that was into coding as well, and that person was actually reverse engineering the type of data mining that TikTok was doing. So what they found was that once the app is actually installed on the device and you create an account and you say, I accept to all of the agreements or the policies, then they are actually violating by collecting other data on your device than what you agree to. And that data looked like GPS location, which a lot of other apps do, I agree. It also collected information from your text messages, information from your photos, It also was collecting other data from different apps. And there's also word, which recently I just heard today, that they're installing malware onto your device, which could ultimately lead to them having access to your microphone and having access to your video. So it's really hard to say what all information they're gathering, and the Senator Hawley has already conducted hearings in legislature that they are trying to ban from any type of government device, or, like any of the employees of the government, any device that they are handing out, that it be banned from using on those devices and extended to their family members. So that was already starting to be put in play back in March. And then I received the message the other day about the private sector that was doing some reverse engineering. So I did a little bit more digging, and I found where the military was also doing the reverse engineering to determine what kind of data that they were receiving. And in that article, it actually said that the military was told the same thing, that there are different servers through TikTok. So one in the US and one in China. And they continued the investigation behind the scenes. And so it really reassured me that there is a whole lot more going on with that app than what meets the eye. And a lot of the comments that I've seen is that other apps collect data as well, which is true. But when you actually accept that agreement and you don't read the fine print, they are collecting exactly what you've given them permission. The difference with TikTok is that they're collecting data other than what you've agreed to. Now, I know a lot of people are like, me included, I don't have any secrets. I don't have anything really that they would need that would be any kind of information that would benefit them. But at the same time, it just weakens our society as a whole, like as the whole US. It just breaks everything down into them knowing how we are weakening as a system. They are hearing conversations, possibly reading text messages, and so you just have to wonder about that. And honestly, right now, just with everything that's been going on, we are on our electronics way more than we ever were before. So the timing is just kind of crazy as well. So those are the highlights of what information I found out through doing some research when it comes to TikTok. They say to just uninstall it from your device. And they even said that you don't have to create an account, that once it's installed on your device, that it's starting to already do some mining and collect data off of it. So I know a lot of people said, well, I have the app, I just kind of look at it, but I don't have an account. And I think that even in itself is still dangerous, and that there is shown that it's still collecting something off of your device. So in this technology of the advanced technology world that we live in, we need to just stick together, keep doing our own research, and share what you find out, because when it comes down to it, we're just here to look out for each other and making sure that our families and our kids are safe online. So that is my tip for tonight, is TikTok. I'm sure it's going to remain in the news for quite some time. And I encourage you guys to do your own research, come back, comment on the post, let me know what you find out, if you find something different, and just uninstall it for now until more information comes out. I hope that was helpful. If you think that somebody else would benefit this, please share this broadcast. It will be added into the IGTV into the series for Cyber Tip Tuesday. And I look forward to seeing you next week where we come back for 2 for Tuesday at 7 EST. All right, y'all, take care.